All right, so hey, welcome guys back to Occultists Anonymous episode 57. Thanks for joining us. We are sponsored by Roll20, The Onyx Path, and viewers like you. I said it right this time, Craig. Yeah, thank you guys for your support. It is super cool for you to be along this journey with us. When we did this, I was like, we're totally going to play this game, and we're going to do this show thing on the side, and if it does something, that'll be cool. And it did something.
Here we are.
We're on Twitch, and it's super cool. So yeah, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for joining in on discussions and sharing your stuff. Elvis Living, I know you're out there. You're probably not watching right now because it's way past your bedtime. But thank you for sharing your homebrew and bringing that in to the channel. And you guys who are sharing your stories in our little What Happened in Your Game channel. It's awesome. I haven't stolen anything specifically yet. But I mean, I like the fact that I have this whole channel that I can just scroll through and be like, oh, this is a terrible thing to do to the Cabal. And then a special shout out to our patrons who support us monetarily. Alexander, Brandon, Claire, Giovanni, Danny, Giovanni, James, Josh, Cat Feathers, Michael, Noba, Perry, Puppeteer, Ryan, Samuel, Schmitty, Senna, and Thomas. Like I said on the last episode, apparently have a drinking problem. So I'm just stumbling all over my words. I've been talking a lot today at the day job thing. This thing, obviously, I talk a bunch. So when we last left off, the Cabal had found some really cool and really terrible things. We found bones with grimoire etched into them, and we found this little jeweler's loop that is apparently a soul stone, and Atratus was meditating for an hour to enter into that Oniros with the apparent permission of the resident soul, while Logan is trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what is this language everyone is speaking. And Wyrd and her little buddy Maeve are there to stand guard over Atratus as she delves into this this other person's soul. And I think that's probably where we pick up as Atratus. I'm trying to remember, how did you say you envisioned her Atratus, like, projecting into the astral? She's stepping out of her body, or
sort of astral projection. Yeah, you sort of sit down and then just sort of
step out.
The body is here, soul leaves.
Yeah,
sort of lifts out and goes and can run about and do things.
Mastodon starts playing. It's great.
And yeah, you find yourself walking this path into basically a corridor of, cool tomb-like darkness, and then just suddenly find yourself standing in this broad, open, empty void. Think like DBZ's hyperbolic time chamber, but backwards. It's, this big, empty, black, almost nothing. It's very, very devoid of anything, save for a small structure and a woman standing there. She is actually, I forgot to save it. I will post a picture of it later, because I have that somewhere, I think, still on my phone, and I didn't ever move it. But I'm going to pull it up real quick because it looks really cool, and I'm just going to describe it. There she is.
Just show it on camera.
Yeah.
Just hold it up.
Really high tech. No, I'm not going to do that. But pale, porcelain face, black robe with a cowl pulled over, and wearing this headdress. You can't quite tell if it's stone or bone. It's got that fossilized kind of look, where it's, it's not the pale bone, but not quite completely stone kind of look, and just very, very simple, very monotone and stuff like that. And she looks up and kind of gives like this forward, not a full bow of like respect, but of acknowledgement, and says, "Welcome, Seeker."
Hello.
Have you come to be initiated?
I've come to learn more.
That is a wise decision.
I'm not don't know about committing yet, but I'm interested.
She nods. Says, "Come," and kind of steps backwards and walks towards this structure. And it's I keep saying structure. It's basically an overgrown gazebo. Dread gazebo. Moving on. And it, it's made of like this black marble veined with blue and red. And she kind of, steps up onto it and kind of motions, and there are like in a split second, just there was nothing on this thing, and then suddenly there are these two plush. Well, actually, what is Atratus's super comfy chair to sit in?
Just like a big squishy armchair.
There you go. Boom, two of them sitting, and she motions, and she motions, and the chair appears, and she kind of looks at it quizzically and looks at you, and moves and sits down across, and she holds herself very properly, very, very upright. She's got her hands kind of clasped in that little,
fucking Princess Diaries. Sit.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very, very prim and proper, and doing the little fingertips together, professor move, and she sits, and kind of looks and says, "What do you want to know?"
Into it.
Yeah, and she's probably a little distressed for half a second. It's like, oh, that went a little bit farther than I was expecting. Yeah, but she and looks and says, "Tell me, what do you want to know?"
What is this order? What were you doing here?
As I go to Conca, where I have this written up. The Order of the Ebon Phoenix is a group of us who believe that nothing is broken. Ever. It may be in parts, it may not work, but it can be fixed, can be brought back together. New things can be made from old things. Yeah, we believe nothing is broken. All things can be made new, and anything that is broken beyond repair, its parts, pulled apart to its base parts, can be combined with other broken things to make something new. We are dedicated to fixing the mind and souls of beings. And if we can fix those, then the body will follow.
Sounds good. In this temple, we found a room full of imprisoned souls and spirits and ghosts. What are those?
DM thinking face for those of you on the podcast. Depending on what they're from, they're the souls of people who are hurting and need assistance. We interview the Goetia inside, or we draw out the troublesome Goetia that is harming someone in order to help them confront it, or if necessary, completely excise something that is harming the soul.
Were you killing people?
No, that would be antithetical to making them better.
Did people who came to you leave the temple alive?
Absolutely.
There were a lot of bodies in this temple.
There are no bodies in the temple.
There are now. I don't know if things have... Timelines are weird here. There might not have been when you were here.
We had no use for the body is the base subject of the human existence. I mean, there's no reason for us to store bodies of the dead.
They appear to be dead, yes.
And what what purpose would we have for those?
I don't know, but there are a lot of them in your temple right now, in my time.
That is unfortunate, no matter what time.
You gonna mention Supe?
Yeah. Did you leave a guardian?
I mean, there is a guardian on the temple. Of course, we have many valuable, what would she say, tools and yantras. We have sacred ritual spaces that must be protected from those who might choose to harm them or take them or vandalize them.
Trying to think of the proper way to word this, because, like, and he hasn't been killing anyone, right?
No,
He's
but he's
very-
been letting them die.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't think they're dead, though.
Because of their
Clearly are.
philosophy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing can be broken because
Well, and bear in mind, from all Supe, from what you have talked with a judge about, Supe shows up and souls are removed from bodies. And those bodies are kept in pristine condition until a soul can be put back into them. Also, something that may just have been on the storyteller's spot, there was a nice little storage place for souls and spirits and all these other things. Then there was a nice little workshop place. Then beyond the security room is this judge's hall, and just randomly are stacked in the corner are bodies. Like, out of the way in a not set aside storage place.
Yeah,
Like
I think
they're-
those were not part of the plan.
Potentially. Yeah, because this is the judge's room is the biggest place in there. Like, every other
Mhm.
place was fairly small. Like, the forge was fairly small. The little storage place, it was small. All these other places are fairly small. And that's the biggest room there.
So, did you leave a judge in your temple?
There is a hall of judgment for inspecting and speaking with applicants before the order works with anybody. I mean, there are many who desire our skills and our work, but that is the work of the term she would use. What term would she use? Because she wouldn't use sleepwalkers, and it wouldn't be. Yeah, to those who have it is the job of those who are not awakened who work within the temple to interview and inspect.
I think things might have gone wrong
And
in my time.
there's a little bit of a look, and then followed by a waving expanse, and says, "Considering this is all that remains of me, I suspect something terrible has happened."
Right. So, in this place, we found a library that was completely blank. Every book in it, blank. Here, where we found your soulstone, all of the rooms, the plaques were blank, as though no names on them. Your judge is a ancient, tortured, half-mad human who, I'm not even sure what he's doing. He's presiding over a large empty room full of bodies. There was a storage room with souls, geisha, spirits, etc., just sort of filed away.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally summoned a ghost out of one of them. He was.
Accidentally.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying
accidental.
to take it out of the.
Oops.
Yeah,
out
that's
of the
true. Yeah, you
jar.
weren't trying to
I
take it out of
tripped and summoned
storage.
us. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it came out of one of the jars. He was very confused and disoriented and only remembered wandering near the temple and then being a ghost in a jar.
Ghosts do have disjointed memories.
Did I make him better? No, I didn't.
You mentioned that literally nothing is alive anywhere.
Yeah. Your temple, the only living thing in your temple was your time-lost judge, who should not be alive. He was hundreds of years old,
Probably
but
more than that.
somehow
Yeah,
still
well-
alive.
That seems
Anything that comes near your temple dies.
something.
People who visit your temple die once they leave.
something is wrong.
Yes.
Something is terribly wrong.
Yes. Do you know of any way we could try to fix this? Is there any way you can help me fix this?
I have very limited power. This is been my solitary existence for multiple millennia.
But also like 5 minutes.
So,
Actually, I think I will give her so much as to say, like, millions of years.
I have just like an out of character rules question.
Mhm.
Can you take a soul from a soul stone and put it in a body?
No, because
Okay.
the soul
It's not
stone
all soul.
holds a
Is a fracture.
Right.
Fragment, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a terrible thing to do to a person.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could take like one of the bodies that's not destroyed and put her in it, but
No.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
at this
well,
point,
try-
you're not even speaking to a soul; you're speaking to a Goetia.
a piece, yeah.
Right.
Trying to figure out what we can really do here. Do you know anything about a grimoire that was kept here?
There were
Very powerful, one of 4.
many grimoires that were stored here, but you said everything is gone from the library. So,
Yeah, it's empty.
which
We're looking for a
like she looked
particular-
genuinely distraught at hearing that place is empty. But sorry, what
Yeah.
were you saying?
We're looking for one in particular. It was one of 4. They were all connected. They're all tied to different arcana. This one is a death one, we're assuming.
It doesn't seem familiar, and I mean, my memory isn't exactly what it was, but I think I would remember grimoires that were tied together.
Okay, so working on the assumption that came here after you all were set up. Maybe that's what went wrong.
And I mean, anything could have. The temple is a glorious, beacon of power and knowledge, and something throwing off its equilibrium could have drastically terrible effects.
Trying to think, I'm just like, will taking it out fix this? I don't know.
But potentially, if it is, you said that there's no grimoires in the library, and
Nothing.
there's no other will workers in the temple. So the only source of anything is this grimoire.
And your temple guardian. That's all we've encountered while here was your judge and your guardian.
The guardian should just be protecting the temple itself.
He is doing his job to the best of his ability.
To the letter.
Yeah.
He was not designed to be personable.
Yeah, no, he attacked us, brought me to be judged for freeing a ghost. That was against the rules, apparently.
Yes.
I didn't do it on purpose. I was just trying to call a ghost. I didn't know it was an imprisoned ghost. Did you make ghosts out of people who were alive when they came here? Like, how did you imprison ghosts? I understand taking a goetia of, like, something negative about them and pulling it out so they can deal with it.
Oh, no. Ghosts and spirits were used as golem to assist. And often when we had someone with a problem that could not be fixed through their soul or their mind, if their body was weak, and we could create a companion to help them, or at least to care for them until someone with the appropriate knowledge could heal them. And there were some who were unwilling to take such, healing, and they were proud of their uniqueness, which we understood. And so we gave them a thing to marry with, to connect with, to make them complete and whole.
Yes, it sounds like you were all doing very nice things here, but in the time since, something awful has happened.
I'm sorry that you have to see this way.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to just, like, I am interested in being initiated.
I mean, if you are ready, and she kind of stands up and kind of like just waves her hands over you and kind of nods and says, there are some things. Actually, let me look at your character sheet real quick. Yeah. So yeah, she motions her hands over you and says, there are things you need to learn first, but this is the first step. I can guide you to what you need to learn, and then I can usher you into an initiation, and perhaps you can rekindle our light.
Try to repair and fix what happened here.
That is exactly what we do.
Okay. So what do I need to do now?
Mechanically, because I don't know how exactly.
2 dots of mind.
2 dots of mind.
Yeah, mind. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Overall, 2 dots of mind, 2 dots of matter, and and this is super homebrew, y'all. 2 dots of death, which you've got, and then 3 dots of craft.
And 1 more dot on that then.
Okay.
I only have 2.
But yes, that's right, guys. This legacy's got 3 arcana.
Deal with it, nerds.
Yep.
Okay.
But I will go mark this in Conca as no longer private. So the Ebon
so you can read
Phoenix.
what it actually does.
Ebon Phoenix is I'm super excited. I love it. So yeah, still in the rough stages, but I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so you can see that. And notably too. Go ahead.
I think she's helped me all she can right now.
Right.
Like, she can't do a whole lot, so.
Yeah, she can basically do very, very little. But yeah, so with that,
Is there any way?
Go ahead.
Is there any way to like control the guardian?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, in amongst the discussion, yeah, like the guardian would respond to somebody who is initiated.
But I still can't be initiated yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But
meantime, no.
but what she does mention is you are in possession of part of my soul.
Mhm.
You may try to pass it off as a badge of office.
Okay.
Considering everything that has happened,
Mhm.
do so with care. But that may help you.
Okay. Well, thank you. You've been very helpful, honestly. I still don't really know what we do from here, but I'm going to go back to my friends who came with me and see if we can figure something out.
Go, be wise.
Yeah, I'm
Fix the
going to
broken.
take your soulstone with me.
Please.
Is that okay?
Don't leave me here.
No. All right. So, like I
And
said, pop out of the
Yeah,
soul.
and she walks you to like this door and exits out, and whoop, you're back in yourself. Maybe 15 minutes, Wyrd. For Atratus, it's probably been like closer to an hour of discussing what things you need to learn and stuff like that.
Okay.
Hey,
So
welcome back.
things here are wrong. It's not supposed to be like this.
On its face, that's, yeah, okay. That's, I guess, a supernal truth. Okay.
Yeah. The mages are all long dead, I think.
Or haven't been born yet.
Yeah. Having spoken with her, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this is straight up a teeny tiny portion of an Atlantean mage.
Yeah. So somewhere. Anyway, I don't think the grimoire we're after is meant to be here.
Okay.
I think it might be what has thrown things off here, because they weren't doing the evil things it seems like they were doing.
Okay, wait. You have this. You have an Atlantean soulstone?
Yes. She's coming with me. We're going to chat later.
We're going to be buddies. Go on adventures.
Yeah, their order was actually fairly nice and helpful and all about, like, fixing broken things. But clearly, that's not what's happening here now. So
You are way too calm for having in your hand the soulstone of an Atlantean mage.
Oh, which, by the way, just for...
Should have a name.
she
right.
does not.
Fair.
Yep.
That's right. We talked about that.
Right. And notably, she's the daemon, effectively. Like, it's, you know... using a soulstone that is not yours as a tool is a +3 if their gnosis is higher than yours. No matter what your gnosis, no matter what your gnosis is ever, this
Hers
one
is
will
higher.
always consider higher.
yeah. Okay, cool.
It does not do the whole reduce paradox though. That has to be your soulstone.
Your own. Yeah.
Mhm.
But a +3 yontra is not bad.
Like,
And a jeweler's loop, you can use that for a lot of stuff.
this is like a world-changing discovery. Do you get that?
I mean,
I'm not trying to be critical, like, but you're saying you're way too composed. This is, I'm like,
Dude, she's a
I
morose.
don't even know where to
Like,
start.
I mean,
unflappable.
Atlantis is and isn't real. I guess this is more just proof that it is. But, like, I mean, we're in an Atlantean temple. I kind of got that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk
Songbirds,
to her, you can do. I mean, later once we're not here, but like you can go in and chat with her.
Oh yeah, for sure. But if we don't,
right now,
if we don't head back, Songbird probably going to take another go at Soupe. So
yeah,
we
let's.
should probably head back there.
The options are being weighed.
I do need to
Round two,
look in the other
motherfucker.
rooms.
You check the other rooms and
Empty.
they're all empty. They all have furniture and it's all that completely anachronistic. Nothing matches.
You
Everything
find
is out
7 more soul
times.
stones.
Yeah,
No more soul stones.
no more soul stones.
Holy crap!
That library was supposed to be full of grimoires.
Yeah,
Grimoire is another
figured that.
occult knowledge, but yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of really great knowledge that this was apparently a bastion of learning, or will be.
Atlantis,
Yeah.
man, it's dumb.
Um,
I
My
love it.
favorite thing in Mage.
this is supposed to be like a really great place, and it is not. She didn't know anything about our grimoire, so I don't think it's supposed to be here.
Could have come in later.
Still got to find it. At least
Yeah.
you two do.
Yeah, we don't know anything about
Well,
it, so
But yeah, I know how to get us there. So
say let's fall back, regroup, see if we can figure out what to do now.
do you want another serendipity roll?
I think we know the way to go.
I'm asking Drew
For what?
because I want to. Once we get back there, I want to know where to go next for the grimoire.
Grimoire? Yeah, that'll. But and you already know where the Grimoire is because that was the first cast you did, which is back the way you came.
Right, but I want to have the same kind of ongoing tracking sort of dealy.
What? What do you mean?
Like I had this spell up for a period of time.
Mhm.
Would have lapsed while she was doing the soul dive into an Atlantean soulstone. Sorry, calm.
Very
So I want to go to
gorgeous.
I want to see if there's any side paths or anything on the way back to the grimoire.
Gotcha.
right?
No.
So-
Just to meta knowledge wise, that other door goes straight to that testing chamber place. Where that
So
had the
we've
stuff.
essentially seen it all now.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Map completion 100%.
All right, back to the judges' hall.
Yeah. Well, you get through your little the congregating garden little place, and
I really want to take a flower though,
I can literally make you one. Just like
but this is an Atlantean one.
but this one
Okay.
is better. So yeah, you
at this
pluck-
point, I don't think anything bad is going to happen to you in here.
Mhm.
So if you want a Lunargent flower, go ahead.
I'm gonna try and pick a Lunargent
Okay,
flower.
you pluck it and you watch as the one in your hand loses a little bit of its shine, and you find yourself holding a silver flower, and you watch over as that stem grows back into a Lunargent
Oh.
flower.
That so needs some scrutiny.
5 death spell called self-repairing machine.
But Songbird's gonna have another go at Soupe, so we should head back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Focus,
now if you
focus.
want me to make that flower Lunargent, I can do that for you too. But
Okay.
it's not as, I mean, still
Yeah.
an Atlantean flower.
That's okay. Back to Songbird before I get distracted again.
Let's go. Yeah, we've
Squirrel. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys make your way back through the void little corridor, and you find Soupe standing. And as the doors open, Soupe kind of looks down at you. You have returned,
Mhm.
and kind of looks past you towards you found no other will workers.
No, I did find this. I'm going to show him the soulstone.
Nods.
I talked to the owner or the
Yeah.
person. Yeah. I will be initiated once I am ready. Until then, they're with me.
Nods. And mage sight, you got Pierce Deception up still. And nods and says, very well.
Since there's no other will workers in the temple, and I'm kind of extrapolating a little bit here. Atratus is acting on behalf of the will worker who's soul is in this stone as an emissary of sorts. Is that fair to say?
Is that true?
Yes. That's what she told me to tell you.
Very well. And
I
like you
believe you
watch as
have-
Supe basically, like, you hadn't realized how tense this figure was. And just kind of it settles back a little bit, shoulders come down, like the expression is still that, like, you know, Supe Incan god of death face, but it just kind of relaxes a little bit.
I think you have some instructions for Supe. don't you? About undoing some of the harms here. Oh, hi, Songbird, by the way.
Well, no, because
We're
not
Songbird
back.
is back.
Oh,
in
we're
the-
not back? Okay, right,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, you're also an hour ahead of me.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to go meet back up with our friends. And then see about getting this place back on track. Because as I spoke to her, it's not supposed to be working like this.
No. Or, I mean, he's agreeing. Yeah, no, this is not how it was intended.
Not
to
how.
work.
Yeah. Do you know anything about a grimoire that's here?
Hmm.
That is still currently here?
That is not within its purview.
She seems surprised by the knowledge of the bodies in the dredging room. Do you know anything about those and why they're there now?
Those are the bodies of intruders.
They're not supposed to be killed.
Correct.
Are
They're
they
not.
not dead?
They are not.
Are you sure about that?
They are currently without life and without their souls. They have been put in stasis.
Can you take them out of stasis?
But actually, he's going to be, very straightforward. I can't.
Then
They'll all
do it.
die.
Honestly, that seems like a little bit chaotic right now, so just wake them all up at once. But, once we have people here who can help them, like, integrate back into the world, then I would say do it. But until then, I don't just want to turn them loose. But yeah, let's head back into the room, Songbird.
Very well. And like instead, where before there had been like the hand on your shoulders, is it like a gentle touch, like on your back, and just whoomp whoomp whoomp, and it just kind of ushers you through. And look, and we cut back an hour. Songbird, you have a grimoire in this guy's bones. Logan going, well, let's just grab the guy and go.
Wait, what?
But no,
You're not
because
there.
we're back an hour.
Okay.
So before
yeah,
you guys,
right.
hour and 15 minutes. Go. Timer.
Yeah. I think as soon as I remember that he talked about sitting on the throne,
Mm-hmm.
and the crown, I want to see if I can if there's any sort of stuff going on with those.
Okay.
If it
Yeah. So yeah, goggles on. The crown definitely seems to have a spell on it, and so does the throne.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the crown first.
Okay. Okay. And you're using Prime, I'm sure.
Prime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This has 3 potency. So
Or
Good start.
opacity.
opacity. Yes.
Just one. Okay, down to 1.
And then
Third. And 1.
okay. The magic on this is awakened magic, but it is very disjointed compared to what you normally see. You can recognize different arcana in it, but it doesn't seem to have like a nimbus or anything like that. It's like an imbued item. and looking over it, it has the signs of like an artifact, but not fully there. It's like something that's kind of halfway between being a artifact, which is just a raw item of power from the supernal, and it's also crafted. So there's something kind of odd there. It, in short, though, appears to be some kind of control mechanism, and like I'm going to say like it's a souped up yantra, like a very unique yantra for a very certain set of skills, or certain set of skills. Wow, where did I just
certain
go?
set of spells?
Certain set of spells. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And then take a look at the throne.
Yep. Opacity 4.
And like this whole time, like, Logan, just give me like 5 minutes and
Yeah.
I might have an idea of what the fuck happened here. What was this one?
4. 3. So,
Down to 3.
oh,
Down to 2. Down to 1.
cool.
Clear.
And then reveal.
2.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Look at all them dice
by the
rolls.
way, this, by the way, folks, is why you use locked opacity if you actually want to keep your mid-level.
Your secrets.
Yeah, because otherwise they'll just be like, I'm just going to throw a handful of dice at it and it's done. And I mean, if you had mana, it would have been even faster. Okay, so yeah, looking at this, it's basically a big ol' imbued item, similar with that. Like, it's got some supernal, like, old school stuff, which like just doesn't match your normal way of imbuing spells,
Right.
you know. But basically it is tied to a number of spells that you don't have the arcana for. They're very death oriented. But it definitely seems like you can't use the spells in this thing unless you have a certain thing. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So the crown is necessary to work the throne. The throne has some effects that it can do that you can feel reside throughout the temple.
It's the judge.
Correct.
The throne and the crown are the judge.
Mm-hmm.
The powers they're within. So, oh God, he was the grimoire before he came here. I like say that out loud.
We're not
No,
there,
but-
but yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Logan
I
goes,
think-
what? Say what?
I mean, I'm fine with like the scene being like me saying that out loud to Logan, like as they walk in.
Okay. Yeah. You spent some time talking and stuff like that. And yeah, so you guys walk in and Supe, you know, is, and yeah, you know, compared to angry Supe, defensive Supe, you know, he looks so much
Friend
more.
Supe.
Yeah. This is good side Supe. And
I'm actually not mad at him anymore.
right.
Like now that I understand this, like, so he's still kind of a dick though.
He's doing his job.
Hi, I hope you've got some good news for me because I've got something horrible to tell you.
I've got really
Wait,
good news.
maybe we should probably start with his.
Yeah. Do bad news first. Come on.
What's
Yeah.
the horrible?
May I introduce you to our grimoire?
person.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
What is that word?
Someone did something to you.
Your spell book.
Yeah, basically.
How? What exactly?
I mean, I could do this. I don't know that I would ever, but
What does that mean? How do
the
you
roads,
Like
the
I don't
roads
see any-
are inscribed upon his bones.
So to use the grimoire, you need his bones.
Or him and be able to
To
read?
know to be able to read it.
Who would?
I think we know.
Sears?
But why on a living? Because it's not even usable by the person who made it then. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it is.
And like we're talking about him like he's not even there.
Right. It's very mage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awful.
That is some next level bad stuff. Well, shit.
Also, the crown and the chair is the judge. Like, someone would be.
I have a theory.
You
about
can
that.
look at it with your death stuff, but I don't understand any of the spells. But I think that him being the judge is what's causing. Gestures broadly towards pile of bodies.
Oh, they made the Death Grimoire their judge.
Ah.
That could explain the problem.
No.
And I've been thinking about
Good
some
news?
other issues. Is
Oh.
like they basically just formed this place out of the supernal almost.
Oh, also,
And they-
these
and they
bodies
gave it a-
aren't dead, according to Supe.
And
They
the
are in
judge says,
stasis.
yeah, they're fine.
Their souls are in storage. Their bodies are physically preserved, and Supe can apparently wake them back up.
Is that a reversible condition there, Supe?
Yes,
Supe says it is.
he says it
And
is.
Supe would never kill anyone.
By you?
Yes. Does the judge have to reverse it?
Supe says no. That is one of my functions.
Okay.
So yeah, these assorted people can
There's
all be
about
woken back
100
up.
of them.
Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking we hold off on that for a while at least, until we've settled the everything dies here field.
And a reminder also that the bodies there range from like some Neolithic,
Mhm.
up to
Man, dude,
like you
just,
straight up
turn
see
to
like one
dust
of
when they walk
Cortez's soldiers in
Yeah.
here, kind of thing.
They, like turn to fucking dust when they walk out of the pyramid.
I mean, would they? Or would they just be alive and a person from the 1300s now thrust into our world?
It would be.
Because it's not like time catches up to them, is it? Unless that's what the spell is.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We
You
don't
have
know
seen
anything.
no time arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all death. So
Okay. First
I think
things
we wait
first.
on that until we have other people who can try to deal with the mental break that's going to be for them.
Sure, and I'd buy that. Letting Neolithic people loose in modern society would
Not
be traumatic
great.
at best. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so
did that movie. It wasn't great.
but
Which
I
time?
think
Encino
I think
Man.
we have a quick like a quick solution to the problem in front of us, and that somebody else needs to be the judge. And I look pointedly at Atratus.
you want to leave me in a temple to be a judge?
No, Supe, the judge does not have to reside here permanently. Correct?
The judge is a role.
Right. And the role can be filled from time to time, and it doesn't have to be continuous.
There must always be a judge.
Sure, there must always be a judge, but the judge does not have to be present all the time. The judge can do other things, have a meal, take a nap, go on a vacation, and then come back and fulfill their role. Right.
What? I'm trying to think of the way he says it. I'm not going to try and say it exactly, but he basically says, no, dude, like there has to be a judge on staff at all
On
times.
the throne
They
here.
take shifts.
Correct. Mm-hmm. They take shifts.
I can't imagine a will worker, an Atlantean will worker, being chained to a throne.
No, they said this was done by the
Shifts
Sleepwalkers.
and by
Oh, the
sleepwalkers.
Sleepwalkers did it.
Yeah,
What,
which I mean, you weren't in the
Oh, yeah,
Oniro,
you
so
weren't in
you
the
missed
thing,
that. But yeah.
Yeah, like this is a job done by their Sleepwalkers.
Or way back in
But-
Atlantean times, just normal folks.
Yeah.
Which is also why Supe goes, you're a normal dude, you can be a judge.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that you have an abyssal shard in your soul now.
I mean, he couldn't see that, could he? No.
Nope.
It's just like, hey, our last judge is gone or dead or whatever. Oh yeah, Supe, what happened to the last judge?
They were gone.
What do you
Did
mean
they
gone?
leave?
I mean, there was
Did they
no judge.
disappear?
There was no judge for millennia.
And what happened during that time?
Nothing.
Can
Did
we just
people-
let nothing happen for a while?
The facility must be ready to work for when the will workers are here.
What did you do with intruders when there was no judge?
They were stored.
Oh.
Oh, God.
All right, so
Okay, group huddle. I have this crazy idea.
no.
Is it so crazy it might just work?
The judge judges, right?
Mhm.
And Soupy carries out whatever punishment the judge decrees, right?
Mhm.
So,
Point of fact.
Whatever actions.
Point of fact.
hang on.
Because the
Yeah.
judge is basically, and because I'm going to add in some stuff from Atratus, the judge also is the one who looks at people's souls
Mhm.
and like when people came here for help. So he's
Mhm.
not just part of the security thing.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure.
So just making that clear, like he has more than just that specific role.
Yeah, the exploded bodies are what happened when he tried to judge.
Correct.
Sure. So, what if the judge judged Soupe?
It's not like that. It's not like he's just
No.
making some, the judge, like Songbird mentioned, the judge
Yeah,
is
yeah.
empowered for.
Soupe is clearly broken because
not.
he's
So,
He's
yeah,
doing
Supe stands
exactly
up
what
and
he's
says,
supposed to
"Excuse
do."
me."
the Atlantean soul stone you're carrying around. Was pretty shocked to hear that there was a stack of bodies in the temple here. That's clearly
It's
broken.
because I told her they were dead. I didn't know that Supe could wake them back up. Supe is putting them in stasis until they can be judged.
Just tell him to let people go if they come while we're gone.
I can try. I don't know if that will
And
conflict with his programming.
And bear in mind, we're talking 65 million years. You got 100 bodies.
They don't get a lot of intruders.
Correct.
We're taking this guy with us, one way or another.
Yeah. This man has to come with us. We're pretty
So
sure
that-
that he is
that
the
means
cause.
we're gonna- Well, that means we're going to condemn one of these guys to have to wake up and be a judge. Because Soupe is not leaving the throne and crown empty.
The one who gives the orders can probably just say,
Yeah. I was just going to tell him to. Well, can you turn people away? Not let them ever be intruders.
He's a space guy.
I could leave the door shut forever.
Do that.
Not forever.
Not forever,
Fine.
until I come
Barring
back.
one of the
Yeah.
Until one
Yeah,
of the
until-
initiated arrives?
Yeah.
Very,
Yes.
very well.
Until then, keep the temple locked, because we're taking this guy. He has to come with us. So you will not have a judge. So prevent intruders. Just don't let them in.
I understand.
Don't hurt them. Just keep.
Again,
the door.
offended. He's like, I'd never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Until such time as the initiated return, keep the place on lockdown.
Very well.
Having your soul yanked out isn't exactly a comfortable thing to have happen.
Technically,
Yeah.
it does no damage and doesn't affect your willpower, just saying.
It's only as it continues to not be there that
Right,
it becomes a
that-
problem.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Oh man, this whole
in that
thing's
case,
fucked.
we good to go. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with this guy, but good to leave here.
The sooner
then-
the better.
Yeah, no.
Wyrd looks at him like she's remembering for the first time that he's there. Hey, you want to come with us?
I can leave.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But-
I would love to.
We want to do
You're
some talking and
Kind of like coming with us.
stuff, so you need to come with us
Very well.
and
But getting out of here. Yeah.
stay with us for a little while.
Okay. It's the least I can do.
Okay, I do have one question about the soul stealing field that was around this zone.
Are you asking
Is it on
Supe?
Yeah, just
I
Were
mean,
you aware-
I couldn't tell if you're asking me or Supe.
no, like in characters.
Okay.
Like, is that something that this temple was doing?
Oh yeah, Supe says that is not a programmed defense of the temple.
Okay, I'm
So that-
concerned that if we walk this guy out of here, that's coming
Gestures
with
back
him.
to this guy.
Yeah, I don't want to take the soul steal zone and just walk it around.
Okay.
Well, it takes
That
time
seems-
to do that, though. As long as we keep moving, it should be fine.
All right.
There is
Uh,
nothing good about any of this except that Atlantean soulstone that you have.
Okay,
Did I mention
yeah,
she
by
has
the way,
an
Songbird, I
Atlantean
have an Atlantean
soulstone?
soulstone.
Say that again, Ash.
Yeah, I was just like basically saying the same thing. We're just like, by the way, I've got an Atlantean soulstone.
That's cool, dude.
She's nice. We
You
chatted
guys
about
are way too
this
calm
temple.
about this.
Adamantine arrow, Obrimos, like. Don't.
Like soulstones are cool, but like remember the living death god grimoire here?
Yeah.
Priorities.
So
I
I
don't
mean, if
know
you guys
can,
think
like,
it'll be fine to take him out,
Yeah. So just when I was studying him, would I have noticed him as like the center point of this spell that we've seen?
You weren't scrutinizing. You weren't scrutinizing. Actually, yeah, magical effect. I think yes. I think I'll give you that much. Is yeah, there is a death.
I mean, it's a spell that I previously like interacted with enough to shatter it for a second.
Oh, that's true. You had yes.
So
You-
like
yeah,
I definitely would have
you would
recognized
recognize it centered on him.
it. Okay.
can you suppress it?
Well,
Can you?
let me have a look at it, because maybe I can, whatever the curse part is, maybe I can weasel a way out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curse part.
I mean, I can suppress life. I can't suppress magic effects.
It's a death grimoire. You can't do something with it.
No, but if there's a, like, because whoever comes here ends up dying.
It's him.
eventually,
It's him, yeah.
which-
Pointing at him.
Right, but they die when he's no longer around them. You follow?
Okay. Yeah, so we turn the spell
which
off.
sounds a little like a curse to me. I was thinking of exploring it, but that's fine. Suppress
Fair.
it. But how are you going to suppress it long term? It's just going to come back, right?
I mean, theoretically, he's talked about all the different levels of the codex. Like, presumably one of the functions of Grimoire Judge here is that generating this field. So if Atratus can get her deathy little grips in there and turn it off,
Can I do that without?
I think that's our best shot.
Nope, never mind. Continue. Actually, one thing I will mention, because we know that the Thrazon's Codex, just because we're pulling on analogies here, the Thrazon's Codex does extra stuff when casting rotes from it.
But I can't cast from it, can I?
If I'm living Grimoire, yeah.
So I don't need his bones. I can just like touch him.
Let's.
I think you still need to see the road, don't you?
Yeah, don't I need to see it? You
Uh,
have to read it.
I think that's a prime thing.
I mean, if it was like tattooed on his skin, I could see that, but it's in his bones.
Let's see.
Yeah.
New
We might have to try
spells.
your unpleasant option, Songbird.
Momentous indoctrination, living grimoire. Oh man, that's got more dots than I thought.
An awakened subject can always cast those roads within, regardless of whether they're visible.
Okay.
Yep.
So can I
But
just
how do you know what the roads are if you can't?
if
see
I
them?
didn't make it, yeah. Can I look at them and like see the roads?
I mean, I assume with death vision, you look at the sky and you're like, yep, boom, got it.
Yeah, I don't know how this spell works, so
Interesting. But no, the way it works is, while yes, the runes are there, it's inscribed on his pattern.
Oh, okay, so we can just see it with Death Sight.
Technically, as far as I care, any mage site.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, looking at the runes, the grimoire, because I actually haven't written down what rotes are on there. But yeah, there are a number of rotes. A lot of them dealing with death and stuff like that. None of them sever souls.
So that could be like the bonus effect you get when you cast one of the spells.
You'd have to scrutinize to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
That's
It's a oh man.
death and
Right.
roll again.
Death and Gnosis, and it is a opacity 6.
Okay.
The picture for the living grimoire section is very pleasant.
0 successes.
Okay. It's a safe roll.
Two,
Okay.
3. 3.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you that clearing that, and then you will find that the next opacity is
It's locked.
locked. Right. But the one thing that you will get from that is that when casting the rotes out of this grimoire, the effect is similar to the Thrazon's Codex in that it has more potency and larger scale for free. But that's it.
Yeah, I think
The one thing I'm going to give you, just as a nice storyteller, and also because you guys are occult folks, the only thing you guys have come across that messes with souls is Supe and the throne.
yeah, I think it's probably a combination of that on him.
Oh, the scale.
Yeah.
Interacting with the throne. Perhaps.
Can we just like, take the circlet off of him?
Yeah, take the circlet off, and he's like, and he's touching. You can see like this band of like, yeah, and it's bad. Just where it's been resting on his forehead.
Okay, I'm gonna go set it. There's like a lectern right in front of the throne.
There hadn't been before, but there is now. Sure.
Yeah, I was picturing like a judge's.
Sure.
Table,
Yeah. Previously,
right?
it was just a big throne, but no. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Big old
Okay,
lectern.
I'm just gonna set it on that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. As you're pulling that off, the like soul sucking thing,
dissipates.
it's gone.
Okay. Right,
and which, especially for you guys with Mage Vision, it's like, oh, hey, look, all the snow on the TV is gone. Like, oh
colors come
man,
back into
this
the
is
world.
so much better. It's so much easier to see. Yeah, and yeah, much like even Logan is going, what just happened?
Less oppressive.
Yeah.
That might make it. Well, no, because we have the shaman who's got spirits up to keep people locked out.
And Supe is going to
So I
shut
was
the
gonna
door,
say-
and there's the
Yeah.
ban
Supe's gonna
around
shut the
it.
door.
Like, it is
Yeah.
very hard to accidentally get in here.
Yeah,
It's
I was
just
gonna
weird.
say,
It's like
not
as soon as that spell's gone, Songbird's like, all right, and just like grabs the judge.
It's like, oh, let's go. Yeah,
I'm gonna call
go
him
sit the-
Judd. Just shorten Judge down. His name's now Judd.
Yeah, just sort of set the circlet on the counter and like, okay, we're
Okay.
out
Now
now.
we need to get to some phone service.
So yeah, it's like, and Logan like looks back at Supe, looks back at you guys, and goes, "Okay, hang on, what are we doing?"
leaving.
We're gone.
We're done
Oh.
here.
We're not killing the big guy.
He would
No.
just come back.
He's got a job to do. I have altered his job slightly so that now instead of putting people into stasis, there just won't be people coming in at all. So, problem solved.
Yay!
You killed all of those skeletons very well, and we're very proud of you.
I guess it's true. Okay.
You also got us. Well,
Remember when you jumped out of the lead? That was rad. Tell that story.
Yeah. That was actually pretty good. As you guys,
And we never
you
would have found
communicated
out
with
about
the shaman too.
Yeah, we
You
never
know?
would have found out of the spirits if you hadn't been here.
We would have walked right into the spirits, and then you would have been like,
been
"Oh,
vomiting in the
So
street,
hang
I
on,
guess,
hang on.
because that's what
Say
they do,
this-
right?
say this for me. Oh, Logan, we totally needed you.
Oh, Logan, we totally needed you.
I'm digging. Okay. As like you're walking through, and Supe is just like following, and just you guys are pushing the doors open and stuff like that. You get to that long tunnel that the skeletons had been in, and they're back up in their sconces. There's one dude who is missing a femur,
like tap one on the
yeah.
head while I leave."
and they're just sitting there. And Supe looks down and says, "I will have to grow that." And escorts out, and basically you guys make your way out to the entrance that you had been in. The big Supe doors swing open, and basically Supe steps out and says, "And this temple will remain closed until an initiated member of the Ebon Phoenix returns."
Okay.
Later, bro.
Nods, steps back, and the door is just
So much I wanted to scrutinize in there.
We can come back later.
Not unless I'm initiated.
You can come with me.
He's not going to let anyone in unless they're
Give me a
initiated.
+1.
He'll let you in, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
But-
can stand
You guys
outside
can
and
come on your own.
As you
because
guys-
I'm
you
fucking
tell me all
done.
these
I'm like
wonderful
already
things
on
you're
the
gonna learn.
stairs.
Yeah, as you guys are walking up and stuff like that, two things to keep in mind as we. Oh no, we got 15 minutes. We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Supe's ban is he has to follow the orders of an initiated member of the Ebon Phoenix. He doesn't have programming. He is a person, but if he's given whatever orders, that essentially is his programming. But that can be manipulated freely. So I mean, Atratus potentially could be like, "I'm initiated. We're back open for business. We're gonna fix people's souls," and that would just be a thing. Or we can let anybody in, or any whatever. And then the second thing, your buddy there, Judd, only speaks high speech.
So don't talk.
Yeah. Whenever once we
public.
leave here, just we're gonna need some clothes too, because
Well, I figured we'd go see our shaman friend, and he might be able to help us out.
Yeah, all our stuff's there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay.
If we need to, you can just shape the tent into some clothes for him or something, right?
Oh, that's true. Dude, I had never thought of fashion-forward Moros just be like, this cloth.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about
that's,
this.
That's awesome. Okay, cool.
This is how we get the fucking Naruto shirt.
Right. It had to be on Discord. Anyways, yes. So you guys, this is super bad. So yeah, you guys make up your long, slow trek up, and Logan, you guys leave your purple glowing torches there at the Scots and step out, and man, the sun has never been this bright. It is absolutely obnoxious.
I'm cringing.
Huh?
I'm cringing.
Yeah. Judd is not happy. Well,
Blinded.
actually, he's actually pretty ecstatic, but is this is, and yeah, especially now that he's out in the light, you can see his skin is just utterly pale. He's got that big band from the crown on his, it's not sores. He's never gotten bad. He's not suffered injury. But yeah, it's waiting there. It's
Would my healing not take care of that?
over time. Every hour you're
Okay.
generating bashing wounds and stuff like that. Actually,
Cool.
that's a really superficial thing. So yeah, in the next hour, the next time it ticks over,
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
because for me, I was thinking of a wedding band,
Yeah.
Indentation. At
yeah.
least. Yeah.
But I don't know if we're gonna have time before we wrap up or anything. But I'm gonna want to scrutinize him specifically fate-wise? Just so if I can get an idea of how this happened to him. And
that'll probably be something we do next time, though. Yeah,
sure.
Especially once you guys get the
For
place
now,
safe.
we like hike out, and like as soon as my Songbird just like on his phone, like waiting for it to turn on.
Keep pressing the power button. Keep pressing the power button. Ah, there it is. Little dial up. Dial up. Jesus, little startup sound.
Yeah. I'm like as fast as I can clicking to Hiza and then just like shoving the phone to Atratus. This guy can't go through customs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have like a passport.
Right.
Tell him his week starts as soon as he gets to New York.
Gotcha. Yeah. As Hiza is talking, and picks up and with Atratus and goes hello, and actually, yeah, I mean cell signal, it's gonna be fine. Probably a little rough because of sheer distance, but
just hey, we found a grimoire. The one that's linked to the one we brought you before.
Right.
It was in an Atlantean ruin.
Shit. Is everybody okay?
Oh man, if he's saying shit already.
We're fine. Everyone is fine.
Good.
We will tell you everything if you just help us now.
The grimoire is a person. So we are going to need some help bringing him back to New York. We can figure out what to do with that.
Sorry, I got sidetracked trying to figure out a person as a grimoire. Oh, okay, that's fine. Hang on.
It's just life in Prime, dude.
Apparently
it's not that hard.
bones.
Well, yes, but one this old. I imagine we're on speakerphone.
Yes, it's a very old person.
Look, his name's Judd.
Okay.
He only speaks high speech.
Are you all ready to come home now?
There's tricky, customs things.
Right.
I mean, we're going to go get our stuff from our shaman's hut.
Yeah, and we want to check in with the shaman.
You don't really
Okay.
want to have like a one-way passport.
Okay. You said he speaks high speech?
Mm-hmm.
Only broken high speech.
Okay. Well, I can handle other languages. Okay. Well, I'm about to make here, there, and there, here all at the same time.
You've got a picture of me.
I have you on the phone, actually.
Well, yeah, that works too. I don't know how these things work, but
it's okay. That's what I'm here for.
I was thinking ahead when I was taunting you with a picture.
That's true. I appreciate that. I do have a way to reach out and touch you if I need to. Okay. Yeah. And he switches into high speech and is like, are you ready to go? And Judge is like,
Judd?
Yeah.
Would you like to go to New York?
Judd is looking at the phone where a voice is coming out of it and going, yes.
It's magic, dude.
We're about to blow your fucking mind, dude. And then he just zaps.
Well, and you feel like, if any of you guys still have Mage Sight on, an active effect in the area.
Yeah. I don't at this point.
Yeah, that would
I'm all
turn
done.
off by now.
Yeah. and Judge, you guys basically see just like this hand, just like almost like a shadow of it on Judge, and then like a gentle motion, and Judge is just like gone. It's like, okay, I've got him.
Your week starts now.
Well, sure, I wasn't prepped. Fine.
Fine.
I'll see you all when you get here. And he hangs
Your week
up.
starts tomorrow.
This one isn't promised to anyone.
I know, but
right.
This is how we're negotiating this favor real fast.
Yep. So yeah, he's like, fine, week starts now. Hang up. And so you guys I think Logan looks over and is like, wait, hang on. He gets to just get to New York and I have to sit in coach again?
Business class. I mean, we could have asked to be teleported too.
I mean,
you get to hang with us though, Logan.
Yep. And it like grins. It's like, oh, okay, let's go speak with. Oh my gosh, Alejandro. That's not right.
I think that's
I
right.
think that's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
Alejandro Garcia. And so yeah, you guys make your way back out of Tucume, sun setting behind you, slow-mo badass walk. And he looks up from where he's watering a bunch of like these different cacti and other like important flowering things and stuff like that, and kind of looks up and sees you guys and goes, the fuck.
Everybody dies.
Hey.
What up?
We fixed your temple. People shouldn't die when they get too close now, but also people shouldn't get too close.
Okay. I mean, it'll be easy enough to tell them to just stay
keep your spirits
still
on guard. Turn people away.
Okay. But and he kind of walks up, excuse me, and just like pinches Songbird in Logan's arms. It's like, okay.
Yeah, they're real, baby.
It's okay.
But yeah, that was an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you made it. I have a class tonight, so
That's fine. Enjoy your chance, and like Songbird just like picks up his bag.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can keep all that.
that was really good of you to keep people away from there. You saved a lot of lives.
I mean,
The problem's fixed now, but I just want to say that was really good of you, and I'm gonna throw a boon at him.
Okay. Yeah, and he mentions, I mean, this is, I can't take credit. This has just been a tradition for centuries. But
We fixed that problem. It's still not a place that people should go.
Okay. I mean, to be fair,
It just won't kill you if you get too close now.
and there's not much up there. I mean, I know there's a bunch of archaeologists who would love to dig into it, and I'd love to see the inside of some of the temples, but they're so worn down. I don't know if we'll ever actually recover the history that's buried there, but
We all just like laugh to ourselves.
So,
Yeah.
great question for Drew.
Yeah.
Reintegrating those people, is that something that's not really a guardian thing?
what is? What was
Reintegrating those people that are in stasis?
Man, you ain't never heard of anybody doing anything like this. Like, this is so very, very odd. That like
Strange.
I feel like
even.
they're probably just gonna break when we wake them up, right?
I mean,
Very likely.
I will tell you right now, Judge is having, fortunately, no actual breaking points because he's a deviant. Also, you guys,
Mhm.
so glad that you stopped fighting because he's got the weird death matter stuff that he can't
Yeah.
actually do. He's still got some deviant powers, and that would have been a fight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was prepared for you guys having to fight and kill Judge. Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I didn't want you to either, but I was prepared for it, especially since I wanted to build a deviant character of my own. Yeah. So he's actually not suffering breaking points from your magic or high speech, obviously, or anything anymore. But yeah, he's got some touchstone stuff that he's going to have to deal with. Otherwise, instability is going to hit in, and he's going to start to fall apart.
Oh, poor guy.
Yep. We shall see. You just had to throw a deviant in there. Yes, I did. When the book came out, and I was like, this is super cool. This is totally a great way to create like people with odd powers. Yes.
And mages can totally make deviants very easily.
Very easily. So yeah, you better believe I did. He is a coactive. So there you go. Yeah, cool. So we got 3 minutes left. Any last minute?
Closing shot of just like Songbird just like flicking off Peru as we fly away.
Question.
I hope I never have to come back here to Kume.
It's a very
Peru was
nice
fine.
country. Yeah.
Do you guys go by your little I almost said
Oh,
conciliate
Santiago?
friend?
No, not Santiago. What's the fuck was his name?
Can't-
The mage.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Do you go by and get dinner?
Yes. This
Yeah.
was probably pretty
Oh, yeah.
good.
Okay. Do you actually tell him what you found in Tucume?
Oh,
No.
no fucking
No.
way.
I'm just gonna tell him that we handled it.
Cool.
You still can't go there, but you won't die if you get too close.
Cool. I mean, and he's like, that's fine. That's like not my bag anyways. So, but I'm glad to see
Also
as you
big.
guys sit around and eat dinner and Logan is like, I am devouring all of this. But cool. And when we
like spells come down and we're all just like
Everyone dies.
but yeah, so when we pick up next, we will be back in New York. Because I mean, according to Songbird, he's flipping off to Kume as they fly over. So I think we're all good
We're
to
done
leave
with Peru.
Peru. Yeah, cool. So we will finish. And so that is the end of our first Indiana Jones-esque travel by map
belongs
kind of thing.
in a hospital.
Yes, poor guy.
Man,
Yeah. So that'll be
I don't know what
interesting.
we're gonna do about him. But
I'm not sure either because there legitimately all of my and
Every single one of his notes is like, Songbird's going to kill this guy.
every DM, every storyteller, I don't care how many paths, how many different outcomes you think, they will come up with another one. And yeah, no, I there are a couple different ways this guy was probably going to end up dead. And I'm like, well, everything they've done, I don't think he can. No, I guess he's just going to survive. It's going to be a really weird life for him now. And we'll see how this all turns out. But yeah, it's very, 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 yeah, I'm going to have some notes to come up with. But otherwise, thank you guys for joining us. This was a blast. I have been looking forward to these Atlantean tombs for so long.
Songbird hated it. Chris loved it.
This is
exactly what I wanted.
This is legitimately when I was like, if I'm going to run mage, this is the kind of stuff we're going to do. It's not going to be everything we do. Obviously, we know there's more grimoires out there that we have to go get. But they don't have to be the next thing we do.
But they won't be spooky death shit. So
yes, that's true. The death
I'm
one is
already better.
done. Checked. So yeah, the other ones are out there. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. I hope this was fun for you. We will see you guys next week for more of this crazy shenanigans. As always, come join us on Discord. That's Eat Into .space for the quick link right to it. It is safe from spoilers. Not that it matters to you guys who are watching Twitch live because you're already caught up. But YouTube guys, it's okay. You can hop in and you won't see any spoilers from the latest stuff unless you go down and actually put it into the chat. So it's safe. You can come join us and not worry about people being jerks and ruining stuff. And then, of course, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do staylucky.club. That's our Patreon. We're trying to push for $200 so that I can basically... I'll be straight with you guys. I'm bribing my wife. She works freelance. She wants to learn how to do video editing, so I'm going to work with her. But that'll come out of her normal freelance work time. And so basically, I'm literally paying my own wife to use her work time to edit videos for us. And if we do that, I might be able to start doing some other stuff. Some people have mentioned wanting to watch me play Cultist Simulator. Which, I mean, seems appropriate. We are the Occultists. But some silly, dumb stuff I would like to do with just people hanging out. I'd also like to maybe do some more videos. Somebody pinged me. I can't remember who it was. Pinged me and was like, hey, this was a great video that you could do. And I'm like, I would love to do that. I don't have the time for it.
I have no time.
So that kind of stuff is what the Patreon goes to. Not only letting us do cool stuff like getting mics.
Channel development.
Yeah, it does a lot of cool stuff. So there's all that. And of course, if you want to follow us on Twitter, I ran rave. And actually, I don't really. I just post when the new videos are up. But if you ping me, I will totally answer you on work while I'm at work. Yeah. Otherwise, guys, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I'm on cloud 9. So thank you guys. This was fun. We'll see you next time.
Stay lucky.
Bye.